Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new spoiler review of the HBO show Lovecraft Country. We're at episode 9. Very sad that this is the second to last episode here, but one of the most jam-packed and thrilling and emotional episodes of the show to date. Before I get into episode 9 of Lovecraft Country in spoiler fashion, the best way to support this channel is to hit that like button, share this video to anyone else who loves Lovecraft Country. Also, please let me know your comments down below in the comment section. You can also tell me your predictions for the season 1 finale next Sunday night. Let me know what you think is going to happen without spoiling the end of the book. Please let me know. And also let me know your thoughts of this episode. Is this your favorite episode, least favorite episode? Tell me all your favorite aspects, characters, performances in that comment section down below. Also, best way to support the channel is to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications so you're notified on when I upload more spoiler reviews of Lovecraft Country. Before I start, also, if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for joining me. Before you watch the spoiler episode 9 review, also please don't forget to check out my first 8 episodes spoiler reviewed. I'll leave a playlist at the end of this video, but if you want to click over there as soon as you can, do that as well. So now let's get into the spoiler review of episode 9 of Lovecraft Country. So we're back into this. These videos are doing really well. Thank you guys for your support for watching these videos every Monday. But I really did love this episode. Easily, I mean, this show continues to get better. It feels like every week. It feels like every week I'm saying this is the best episode of a show. Really, 2 was only an episode I really did not like. Other than that, the rest of the show has been really fantastic. And this episode really dives deep. Last week was Emmett Till, which is a very significant figure in American history, really African-American history. But now we're going into the Tulsa Massacre, which is a thing that I really didn't know about until I watched Watchmen last year. So now I did research and I really know what the Tulsa Massacre is now, and this shows a lot more of the Tulsa Massacre. Now Watchmen does show a lot of it, and there's a lot of repercussions of it. This goes into a whole episode in that time period. First of all, the production design of this episode was also truly spectacular. It made you feel like you were back in that time period. The clothes were great. Everything was just perfect in this episode. But a lot of different characters had a lot of different things going on. So Tick, we find out we begin this episode that Dee is definitely cursed with the arm, and she's going to probably die. But they need someone to reverse. They need Christina to reverse the spell. But Christina says, "I'll do it if Tick comes to the equinox willingly," which basically means that she's going to kill Tick. And Tick says yes, but they need that closest relative. And as of now, that was obviously Hippolyta. But at the point of this episode, Hippolyta was not in it. She has not come back from her crazy multiverse stuff 2 episodes ago. So that left Montrose, but Montrose does actually not believe that, is unsure if Tick is his kid or is it George's kid. And they have the best scenes together this episode. It feels like every episode they get better and more breakthroughs. And this episode really, really hits home for that. But Hippolyta does come back this episode, and she takes Tick, Montrose, and Letty to that time machine to go back to 1921 to the Tulsa Massacre and get those pages, the Book of Names, so to save Tick's life. But at the same time, while that's going on, Ruby goes back with Christina to her house, and it seems like that Ruby is just doing all this for herself. She even Letty was telling her that she's going to kill Tick, and it didn't seem like Ruby cared at all about what was going on. And it seems like she and Christina are really in love with each other, but the question is Christina actually just using her, or is this actually real love? And we're really going to find that out in the finale next, because it feels like Ruby is going to have to be the big decision maker if she's going to choose Christina or she's going to choose her actual family in that equinox to end the season next week, which is a big, big decision. So Tick, Letty, and Montrose go back in time to the Tulsa Massacre while Hippolyta is basically putting the machine in that right time period because of the things that they put in her in episode 7. So they go back in time, and while they were about to go and get the Book of Names, we see Montrose as a kid being abused, being physically abused by just being hit by his dad, because at the prom he was going to wear his rose on his ear, and basically it feels like his dad knows that Montrose was gay. But Tick's mom saves him, but it does seem like at the same time Tick's mom just did it to save Montrose's life. The whole marriage, having a kid, that's what it really seemed like. And then Tick basically just disowns Montrose in the beginning of this episode, saying that after we're done with this, you're not my real father. We're done after this. You won't see me again. And then they really do build some greatness. Once they split up, Montrose leaves without Letty and Tick seeing. Tick believes that Montrose is trying to warn George of the future. At the same time, Letty gets basically trapped by white guys trying to shoot her, but she's invulnerable, so she doesn't get killed. She goes into the house of basically Tick's and Montrose's family, and that whole scene was very emotional with her and Tick's great grandmother. And that was a very powerful scene because Letty had to basically spell everything out to the great grandmother, saying that you're going to die here, and to preserve that, I have a kid to save your great grandson's kid. So there's a lot of emotion, and they're praying. And when she gives over the book, they're crying. And of course, Letty doesn't burn up because she's invulnerable. She's basically immortal. But the grandmother does pass away in that fire, and she just sacrificed herself for the better of the future, which is a very powerful message. Just accepting your responsibility and what you can do can obviously change the future. Very well done there. Well, that's all going on. We find out that we're at the place where Montrose's first love really in his life, gets shot right in front of him by white people, and that's when it starts the Tulsa Massacre. And we find out that Tick was actually the mysterious stranger who helped save them. Now, that was a great moment. The question is, how will they explain that in the season finale? Now, it felt like a great moment, but when you think about it in common sense-wise, why does that make sense? So I'm really excited to get those answers in next week as well. They get the books, and once Tick beats up all those white guys who are beating up Montrose, George, and all those people, they go back in time, and it seems like that the curse is off of Dee. They have the Book of Names, and that sets up the season finale next week. Now, we do not know as well also if this is a limited series or we're doing more than just one season. There's been no news of a renewal. There's been no news that this is the only season of Lovecraft Country. Obviously, Misha Green is the creator, Jordan Peele, J.J. Abrams, producers. Big names to this project. Great actors here. Jonathan Majors is also really great in this. Journey Smollett, Michael K. Williams. Everyone's on fire in this show. And I'm really, really excited for this finale. This was easily the most emotional I've been for a Lovecraft episode so far. Shockingly, Gia does not pop up in this episode. I definitely am assuming that she will pop up in 10. I'll be very disappointed if Gia does not return into the last season, in the season finale. Will Tick live or will Tick die? There's so many questions. Will Ruby choose Christina or will Ruby choose Letty and her actual blood family? It's going to be a fascinating last episode of Lovecraft Country. So, by the way, you guys, you can join me next Monday here on this channel. I'll be doing my non-spoiler review for the whole season as a whole. And then I'm going to give you my spoiler review of episode 10 of Lovecraft Country. Wrapping up, we're 9 weeks into doing these videos. I love doing it. You guys have really responded to these videos. So that once again, the best way for the channel is to hit that like button, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, share, and comment. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd, you can find that in the description below. Please give me a follow. Busy week here at Mass Talk Movies. Tomorrow, I'll be giving you my non-spoiler review and spoiler review of Season 1 of The Haunting of Bly Manor. I have 2 episodes that I will finish tonight. So I'll give you my spoiler review and my non-spoiler review of that tomorrow. We have The Trial of the Chicago 7. We have Clouds. So many movies and shows to review here on this channel. It's going to be a very busy week, so the best thing to do is to ring that bell so you know when I'm dropping more videos. Thank you guys so much. If you want to watch my other 8 reviews of this show, the playlist right here will take you right to them. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.